everybody. Uh, in order to save a lot of time for this series, I'm going to put the links to the software that we're going to use in the comment section below on the YouTube channel. So we're going to click on those links, go get the software, click on the Gimp.org link first, download and install that, then click on the next link and download the expansion pack. Once you have got your software downloaded and installed, we will begin with color correcting a photograph. Okay, now it's time to run Gimp for the very first time and get going with color correction. So we'll go over to our start menu and we'll scroll through our programs list till we find Gimp 2. Open that up. It'll take a little bit for it to load in the brushes and the expansion packs. Once that's done, the first time that Gimp opens, it will look like this. You have windows and things scattered all over your screen. It's kind of confusing. Starting out, figuring out what all this stuff is for. Most of this stuff we won't be using for quite a while. But to fix this scattered mess of windows, we're going to click on the Windows button here and go down to single window mode. That will put everything together in a single window, which most people are used to working with. Now that we've got that done, let's open our image. I've included an image on the Facebook page to download to follow along with for this basic color correction. Okay, the photograph we're going to use today is from the Leo and Violet Adams collection of family photographs, and it's a picture of Barbara's marriages. So we're gonna open that. We're gonna open it. It's called Brown 1933. Open the image, and you're gonna get this dialog box right here. It's asking if we want to convert to RGB working space. If you get that, do convert. That will strip out this Epson color profile, so we'll be working with raw data. So we'll convert it. It'll open it. Now I chose this picture because it's pretty obvious what's wrong with this picture. You can tell. If you can't tell, let's do this. Of course, the dress in this picture should be white. So to figure out what the problem is with the color, what I do sometimes is this gray around the image here is that color gray for a reason. It's a neutral color, and if you flick your eyes between the dress and the gray several times right here, you'll begin to see the color problem. What colors are affecting this dress here? And of course, it's very, very red picture. We'll show you a couple ways to fix it pretty easily. Yeah, I've done color correction and digital imaging for 20 years, so my eyes have been trained to see color anomalies. And it takes a while sometimes to figure out what the color problem is, but with the tools inside of Gimp, it makes it very easy to figure it out. So the first thing we're going to do is come over here to the colors menu, click that. We're going to go through probably a couple of these different ways to fix this image. The first one we'll start with is color balance. Okay. Now we know there's a lot of red in this image, and there's also some yellow and even some magenta down here in the bottom of the dress. So we want to try to get the dress white as possible first. So we're going to select highlights over here, and we see the yellow is too much. So we're going to increase the blue amount here. Let's go to 15. And we can see now it's too blue. But it's actually not blue the actual color you're seeing, if you flick your eyes back and forth here, is magenta. So it's too magenta, so we need to increase the green, which is the opposite of magenta, by a little. Okay, now that's better. Now it's too green, so we'll back off a few points. That's still better, but I'm still seeing a lot of yellow in here. So let's add some more blue. We'll go up to 20, and let's take this up. Maybe one more. Nope, too much green. Take that down one. Take that down 2. Take that down. No, we'll go up. We'll leave it at 11. That looks good. So we've got the highlights in pretty good shape. Now the midtones, pretty much the rest of the image is still too red. So we'll click on midtones here, and the problem is red. So we want to take the red, reduce the red by quite a bit. So we're just going to drag it down. Oh, that's wrong. We're going to reset here. And let's do the same thing on this layer that we did on the highlights layer. I think we had 20 blue here, and was 11 green, and we'll see what that looks like. Okay, that's a little better. Let's try to adjust the shadows here. Do the same thing. And I think we're going to have to minus red here. So you can minus, let's go 15. Did change it? We'll try minus 20. Okay, now to see if you're making any progress or not, click on the preview button here and it'll show you what the image looked like before we started anything. So that's where we started. Here's where we're at. That's pretty. I mean, for this image, it was so badly. The color was so bad on it. That's not bad. And I would probably go back to the highlights and add another green here because I'm seeing some magenta here. And you want to go in small steps. Take a look at what you're doing. So that is the adjust color balance command. We'll reset the image, cancel out of this, go back up to colors, go to hue and saturation. Okay, the obvious problem with this is the reds. So we want to select the primary color to adjust, which is red. Come down and grab the saturation slider and drag it. Whoop, too much. Maybe just a little. I might bring the lightness slider up a little bit. And that's pretty much good there. I would take. No, I would leave that. That would be fine. Again, the preview button. That's where we're at. It's kind of subtle, but if you look in here, you'll see the red go away. See how it just knocks it down a little bit? Might even take it down a little bit more. Okay, that's a really fast way to figure out what's going on. So let's see, we'll reset that, cancel. Now, the most powerful option and the one that you can get the most precision in color correcting with is go back up to colors, go to levels. This is what is used in professional photo labs and photo studios all over the world because it is very, very powerful. There's several ways you can use it. The first, we'll start at the top and work our way down. This is called a histogram. This shows you the distribution of colors in a spectrum from black on this end to white. You can see At this setting, everything is bunched up here, and there's no information here, which is causing our image to be out of balance. So this is on value, so we know what the problem is. We want to go to the red channel first, and this area where there is no information is causing us problems. So we want to click on this little slider here and drag it up till it just touches where the information begins here. So we drag it up. See what a difference that made? Just that one movement. Okay, and we'll repeat the same thing with the other two channels. We'll go to green. Green has some problems here and some problems in the highlights. So we'll adjust the shadows first. Bring this up. Bring in the highlights. Okay, too much. Okay. Then we'll go to the blue channel. Blue channel is missing the highlights, so we'll add those in. And that, I think, is probably the best that we've gotten so far. The dress looks really good. It's violet here in the blue. The blue is looking really good, really bright, pretty. So that is a very powerful way to do it. And you can even go further if you want. You can really finesse it here. But we're going to reset all of this stuff. Reset the green channel, reset the red channel. Back to where we started. Now, another way for a real quick fix, and this works almost every time, are these little eyedroppers down here. What these do is sample the color here. And it starts from black on this side, gray in the middle, and white. So we want to select the white one first, and you want to bring your eyedropper to the image and click on something that's supposed to be white. So we'll click here on the dress. Okay, we'll click on the dress. I'm trying to find a place that's not too blown out. See how it's blowing the dress out there? I'm going to keep as much of the dress in. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then there's really no good gray, a neutral color here. So the next thing we'll do is grab the black eyedropper and come over here, and I want to sample this suit because I know that's a tuxedo and it should be black. So I will click on that. Boom. You're done. How fast was that? How fast and easy was that? And also, if you notice up here, what's happened is the histogram level has been adjusted just like we did it manually. And we can go through and check. Let's check the blue chain. Okay. To my eyes, this image is a little bit blue. So I would maybe back this off just a little. But I'd leave it at that. And that's great. That's a print. I would print that. So we'll reset this and show you one more way here to do this, and it's one click fix, click the auto button, and that's pretty good. And you can see it has automatically adjusted the histogram up here, almost where we adjusted it manually. But it normally does a really good job. And if you try something and it doesn't work, reset it. Try a different tool. If none of these tools seem to get you where you want to be, go back up here and work with hue and saturation and color balance. Or you can use a combination of these things. But the big daddy of color correction tools is curves here. And this one is really kind of tricky to use. But it's basically the same thing. You can see the histogram, all the image is bunched up here, and we need to even that out. So we will click and drag on the red slider here, bring it over. Go to the green, it in here. Bring the highlight in a little bit. And go to the blue. Bring those highlights in a bit. And see a little bit of magenta here. So the green in a little bit. Okay, and I would be good with that. I would sell that picture. That's fine. So that's just a little bit on color correction, getting you started. We can go into a lot of depth on this. It all depends on what you want. If you have specific questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you want. How in depth do you want to go in this color correction stuff before we start trying to repair anything? So that's it for today. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.